So, this is Admin Queens, virtual assistants for entrepreneurs and small business. Clear message. I know exactly what it does, so that's great. This font size seems pretty big to me, but like all of this is very large on my monitor at least. Okay, so book now. I don't understand what I'm booking right now because booking would be like an appointment. Why would I need a virtual assistant appointment? So maybe this is like schedule introductory consultation. Um, but we'll see what happens. Let's get you started. Once again, this is very large on my screen. Booking. Um, what? Which package are you booking? I don't know. What? So this is a lot of fields to fill out. One, I don't know what I'm booking. I have absolutely no idea at this point. If I were to hit this page, I don't know what I even expect out of booking. Um, so either rename this to start a project and have a description underneath that says will help will help match you with the best virtual assistant for your situation from our pool of 10,000 applicants. Well, we got the best. We got you covered. Simple stuff like that. Um, get rid of these required fields. It just seems very mechanical to do that nowadays. People don't like that. Put the email. I don't understand really if you're it's a virtual assistant. Why would you necessarily need their address? This could come at step two. I think what you really want to do is offer have like a two pronged approach. So one is you offer people, a free match to interview a virtual assistant, right? And then after that, you take down all their information to actually when they select an applicant. Because I know you want to market to these people before that happens, but unless you're sending, mail, maybe you are. I don't know how valuable it is to get even their address or their company. You can probably tell you're going to talk to them, right? You can just ask them what company it is. Making that barrier to entry as easy as possible on their behalf is going to drastically improve your conversion rate, your opt-in rate in this case. All right, so back to the front site. Image, I don't really like this lady. She reminds me of like a suspicious babysitter. I don't like that. All right, it's handled. Inbox schedule, social media, travel expenses, branding. This looks like a stick shift to me. Um, Maybe don't use this symbol. Web design. Web design should be like a code icon or something. This looks like I don't know, an app or uh, I wouldn't use that. Okay, services. So services. Okay, so you just repeated those. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would break each one down. Otherwise, this page doesn't have any value. Either break down each individual service and have big backgrounds like this that tells you the benefits. Basically, this shouldn't be called services. It should really be called benefits. I think that connects with the excuse me, the group that you identified. You're targeting entrepreneurs and small businesses. Look at it from their perspective and figure out what services, how they would describe the services that they need. Do they need inbox? I don't think they would call it inbox as an entrepreneur. It's like managing email and scheduling. Like you're not doing inbox. You're managing their inbox. So have that in there. I know you're trying to keep it down to a few words, but on the service page you have room to expand that, and talk about it from their standpoint. Um, Now that I look at it, I'm not really loving this serif typography or the stars. It kind of seems, I guess, really old school. Why admin queens? Okay. So this would be a great place to use icons. Um, and more just show them who they're getting, not tell them. Okay, packaging. I don't really like this mustard color, and you're not seeing your footer because my screen is a little different resolution from what I'm recording at, so it gets cut off, but I definitely see it here at the bottom. Um, I don't think you're going to get much value out of the stay connected section. I would, if you're on social media all the time on this domain, then keep it. But like this, like who cares? You have 11 followers. Like, ooh, great. So I would either stick these icons in the footer. You can't see it. My mouse is down here. And stick them in the footer, or just don't have social media. It's gonna sound crazy, but like if you're not utilizing the services, it's hurting you to have them on here. 12 hours per month. This metric might be better per week, because I don't like when I think of how many hours I work. I don't say I work 160 hours per month. I say I work 40 hours a week, right? So you wouldn't say that here. So it's a bit strange to say that. What is a user? Okay. So yeah, so I guess a user is like an admin person that manages. So maybe manager. I don't really understand what is a user here. Um, Make that more clear. Um, and once again, you're really like telling people that they're the very best, but why don't you show them like some of this stuff you could have be very results driven. So instead of saying, you've got, highly trained, say that 97 of them have master's degrees or whatever, college educated, like give me a percentage. Show them like they've increased the productivity of this marketing manager by tenfold by driving, a crazy amount of growth, percentage amount of growth, 300% of growth to their, small e-commerce business that could not be alive in the state it is today without that. Have some sort of story behind it, because there's no testimonials on here, which is all right. But I think you really have to push that connection with numbers and metrics then. Yeah, change this call to action from book now to something that just makes more sense to schedule a consultation or start a project, but then they know what they're getting into instead of booking like I don't know how you book a virtual assistant if yeah and you probably want to expand this section more so you're not dependent on the paragraph in the services section, and I think that's it, right? Okay. Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, you probably want to have a phone number here too. Set up like a Google Voice. It's free, and I'll just forward it to your phone. Just make sure you change the recording of it, and then install Google Analytics to see how people are using your website. I also recommend installing Hotjar so you can get heat maps of where people are clicking to navigate your site. So you might discover a lot about your demographics and your target audience from doing that. So I think that's all I have for this one. I hope that this has been helpful to you, kind of get like a third-party, totally unbiased perspective on your website. If you need any help or you just want to connect or send me designs later on, feel free to reach me at alex@venmarkstudio.com or on Facebook. So thanks a lot.